like if you're literally just starting out, yeah, you don't want to worry about your logo or, how cool your Facebook or how many likes your Facebook page has got, or like how many people are looking at your Snapchat, snaps or whatever. Like that stuff, it really doesn't matter because, to be honest, if you're just starting out, nobody's going to be doing that. So if you have a whole bunch of likes on your Facebook page and you don't have a single track out, like that doesn't really add up, So I mean, logo design, that's cool. I mean, it's fun to do. Like you can probably do it as like a break from writing music. Like it might kind of feel like that's like a chore to do because sometimes they can actually be a little bit difficult if you're uninspired. But, I found that if like writing music, if you're doing that in and out all day long, every day, you need breaks. So, doing that kind of stuff as a break might work well. But I do think that, like, first and foremost, you do need to focus on the production. It needs to be the most important thing that you're working on.
Yeah.
Because, again, if you're not writing at the top of your game, nobody's going to take you seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way I approach it, and the reason I asked, is because a lot of these people work a full-time job, and they might have, between family and all these other obligations, might have like a couple of hours spare per day, like 2 hours, let's say. And to me, it's like, do you spend 1 hour of that, thinking about how you're going to kill it on Facebook, or do you put that into production, which is going to have like a long-term benefit, like more of a long-term benefit, if that makes sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah,
opportunity cost. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure. That at that point, Facebook doesn't matter. If you only have 2 hours out of the day, don't spend it on Facebook because you're going to get distracted anyways on Facebook. So you're not going to spend an hour of your time like building up your Facebook page, which you don't even need to. Like an hour, like that's way too much. If you're spending an hour on your Facebook page, you need to hire somebody to do it for you because you don't know what the hell you're doing. But yeah, no, both of those hours should be spent writing music or learning some sort of technique on YouTube or something to improve your ability to make good music. Because like, unless you're like 80 years old, you're already going to be good at Facebook. I mean, like I said, unless you're spending an hour on it, that's not good. It's not necessary for you to improve your Facebook game. Now, if you're looking at stuff like, getting the right ad out or something like that, again, that's stuff that you don't really need to be worrying about at the beginning if you're not writing the best songs that you can. For anybody that's out there that's doing that, stop right now and open up your DAW and do some stuff in there because that's where it's going to count. That's where you're going to get signed to a great label. And then once you're on a great label, they're going to mention you on their Facebook page. Your Facebook page is going to blow up. So you don't have to do a thing, Why waste all that time when you can, like, other people can do it for you for free?
But there are a lot of people out there, and I get emails all the time from people who say, I get it. Like, I have to spend more time making music, but I come home from work, like I work 60 hours a week or, 40 hours a week. I come home from work and I'm just tired.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I really do get that. So you're saying, like, how do you...
Yeah, how do you deal with that? Or what advice would you give to them?
Honestly, I don't come home every day and write music. Like today, like this whole week, especially because I just got back and I'm still on, European time. My brain's kind of fried. I'm too exhausted to write music and to do anything like really amazing, at least in my opinion. And so I'm taking a break. I'm letting myself kind of recharge. And that's kind of it. I'm sure that probably next week I'm going to, get back into it. Maybe even this weekend, where I don't have to work, and I'll spend some time, watching TV or doing whatever with my wife, and then I'll come up to the studio and just open up the DAW and see what comes out. Because I haven't really done anything in terms of music for almost 3 weeks now, counting the time that I spent in Croatia. So I've had like a good amount of time to just kind of chill and relax and not have to stress about, oh, does this sound right? Does that sound right? Or whatever. So I think that you don't have to necessarily be writing music every day. Like you come home from work and like you feel like stressed out that you're not spending time in the studio. Like, no, just relax. And I think that, maybe like watch a couple of videos or something, because that's definitely going to help you out, but it doesn't necessarily need you to be sitting at your desk, with the DAW open and doing all this stuff. It can be pretty enjoyable to just like watch the video and see what this guy's doing and learn some techniques. Now, if you're like, don't watch like how to make this synth or how to make that synth, because you need to be at your desk and have that synth open in order to like really follow along. I'm talking about like watching stuff at like Pensado's place, or watching like go to like the Waves YouTube. Like they've got tons of awesome videos there, and also there was another one that I was going to mention. Oh yeah, Isotopes YouTube. They've got really cool stuff on just like how to use their own stuff. But just like I mentioned with the mastering tutorial that they've put out, like it's a PDF, a lot of what they have is very similar to a lot of what's just out there. So what they say about their own things can translate really, really easily to other compressors or limiters or whatever, tape machines, things like that. So you can use those techniques that they're talking about with other bits of software. So I mean, like, you don't necessarily have to be writing music all the time to be, like learning or improving yourself in terms of production. You could just go watch a video and it's still going to help you out a lot.